And we are right back at it. The Corey C. And I have a special guest in the booth with me. You already know who it is. We've been waiting on this one. He's an All American transfer from Delaware State, none other than Esaias Guthrie. Welcome to Tiger Talk with the 1400 Club.
Appreciate you guys for having me, man.
Oh man, our pleasure, our pleasure. I know you're a busy man. You've been making the rounds with the media, so we definitely wanted you to come on our show. Our fans love hearing from our recruits, and they've been waiting to hear from you. So first things first, though. All right, I want you to let our fans know, how do you pronounce your name? Because I know it's all over the place. So let them hear from the horse's mouth. How do you pronounce your name?
I got you. It is Esaias Guthrie.
All right, fans, you got it. Is there a nickname or anything you go by, or what should they say when they see you around town?
They can call me just straight E,
E.
6X, just anything like that is good with me.
Okay, keep it short. Keep it short.
Yeah.
All right, man. Well, first of all, congratulations and welcome to Jackson State University, the I love. So, what has it been like since you made the announcement and obviously signed?
Amazing, amazing. Just the love that you guys show from a fan's perspective has been overwhelming. I love it. I feel like it's the best decision I made to date. I can't wait to get down there and start putting some faces to these names.
All right. So, talk about their recruitment process, because I know for you, so you didn't play this past season, right? You skipped the 2022 season, right?
I did, yes, sir.
Okay. So, what was the recruitment process like, starting with the time that you announced that you'd be entering the portal?
It kind of hit fast, kind of hit pretty fast. I ended, I think, September 5th or something like that. And so I got calls from all over, just seeing if I could get out there. So I was supposed to, the way it was going to go was I was supposed to play this season. I was just going to play for another squad. So I would have been transferred by like week 3. And then I was going to be able to start. But the NCAA dropped those new rules with the time zones for when people can enter the portal. So I was actually taken out of the portal.
Okay.
Like 2-3 days after I had entered. So I had to wait out, you know what I'm saying, a few months and then enter when everybody else did. But I loved it. You know, it gave me the opportunity to really spend time with my son, just be a student, be a fan of football again. You know, I got the opportunity to go and watch a lot of teams play, and honestly just not be there like breaking stuff down. You know what I'm saying? Just literally be a fan of football, watch the game, enjoy the atmosphere, enjoy the fans. So it was a great opportunity for me.
Okay, so when you entered the portal, you were expecting to play last season. You had no idea that you would have to end up sitting out.
No, I had no idea.
Wow.
No idea. I was definitely supposed to. My thought process was I was going to pick a school in like a week and then get into that school and get going and end up playing at least 5, 6, 7 games.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha. Now, a lot of times when a player enters the portal, it's because they're not happy with their current situation. It could be because of playing time, the scheme, maybe that's not a good fit for them, a coaching change, a lot of the times, things like that. But you were coming off an All-American season when you entered the portal. So share with us what you can about your decision to enter the portal in the first place.
Right. I think you really got to start off and understand, like, for me, it wasn't about, like, getting success at a small school and then going to a bigger school. You know what I'm saying? I never wanted to be that guy who's seen a little bit of success and then just left his team high and dry. So the decision was hard for me to enter the portal, but it was something I felt like I needed to do. It was a situation during training camp where I was just put in the position where I had to choose football and my son. And so as I chose my son, it kind of created a bigger situation from the head coach. And so me and the head coach, we had a talk. Me, the head coach, the AD, the president of the school, we all had a talk, seeing if we could mend things, and it didn't go that way. It wasn't like that on my end, and so we decided to go our separate ways. They don't wish them nothing but the best. They helped me out to this day. They talk to me to this day as far as the AD and the president goes.
Wow, wow. And you mentioned earlier that you're not the type of guy who would have some success and then try to leave your school for a bigger school or for more attention. So, I noticed that as you were narrowing it down, because I'm sure you had a bunch of offers, and you can share that if you want, but it looks like the majority of your final choices, if not all of your final choices, were HBCUs. So was that intentional, or was it coincidental that those final choices were HBCUs?
without a doubt intentional. Without a doubt intentional. The atmosphere, the culture that HBCUs bring to college sports in general is something that needs to be spread across the world. So for me, it stuck with me that to be at a HBCU, and it was important that I stayed in the HBCU world.
Okay. So of all the HBCUs, because you could have gone anywhere,
Yeah.
why Jackson State?
Jackson, Mississippi is special, man. Jackson, Mississippi is special. I come from the MEAC, so I'm from Delaware, and I come from a little different environment as far as game day goes, as far as fans go. Um, I've only really got to talk to a couple of fans. Um, but as soon as I announced that I had Jackson State, or as soon as, matter of fact, let's go back. As soon as I announced that I was in the portal, I had Jackson State fans in my DM, on my page, blowing me up. You know what
That
I'm
sounds
saying?
like us.
So it was so different for me. It was something that I felt like I just had to be a part of. It's something. I got to talking to a few of the alumni, and I was asking like, what makes like Jackson State so special? You know what I'm saying? Like, what makes you want to go to the game every single weekend? Like, some of these people don't even live in Jackson, Mississippi.
Mm-hmm.
Some people live in Mississippi, but they make sure they're back for the game every single weekend. And that's the type of love I want to feel for my school, and that's the type of love I can't wait to feel for my school. So it's just something I want to be a part of.
Wow. And I know you're still kind of learning it, but if you look at that SWAC culture, but specifically Jackson State, what are some of the differences or even similarities that you've seen or that you've already noticed between the SWAC and the MEAC?
I mean, HBCU football is HBCU football. HBCU schools are HBCU schools. So there's a lot of dysfunction in the sense, but it's also a great place to be. And I can't wait to really get down there and really get into the thick of things, to really experience everything that Jackson State and Jackson, Mississippi has to offer.
All right, now you and your boy, Savion Wilkerson, of course, you both played at Delaware State, and he had a decision to make too about his future after Coach Prime left. So, of course, he ultimately decided to stay at Jackson State. A lot of fans thought that you guys would be a package deal no matter where you went. So go ahead and set the record straight once and for all. Were you two planning on going to the same place all along, or did it just happen to work out that way?
No, it definitely just happened to work out that way. You know what I'm saying? Like, we definitely talked about, me coming there when he was a part of the school. And I talked about him coming back. So it was something that just happened. It aligned for us. We spent a few days, and he had actually let me know that he was going to stay at Jackson State about a week before he had announced it. So, and then I went into my little box and got to thinking it. I just let him know a couple of days before I was coming down. And it just aligned,
Mm-hmm.
It just aligned.
Mm-hmm. So talk about that visit. We've seen the video of you in the stands, you and the family dancing to, I think it was Candy. That's the specific one we saw. We saw the caption the day that we knew it was home. So man, it seems like you guys had a blast. So just talk about that experience there at the vet.
No, it was amazing. It was absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing to see that much of our people on one in unison, just celebrating each other. It was one big family reunion. I was met with so much love and so much gratitude that I was just there, just by the fans once they realized who I was. And so I just felt the love as soon as I stepped on and into the vet. It was amazing. It truly was amazing. It truly was amazing.
And other than the game day experience and the atmosphere, what else did you really like? I mean, did you get a chance to kind of tour the city or the campus at least?
Yeah, so I got to tour the campus. Campus is beautiful. I loved it. I got to tour a little bit of the town and surrounding towns, and that was good for me. What else? Yeah, I mean, we was only there like 2 days, so
Okay.
it was kind of just talking to the coaches, kind of getting a feel for it, and then going into the game. So I was there for about 2 days.
Okay. Now, the day that you visited, it was kind of bittersweet for us because of after the game, of course, we got the news that we all had been anticipating as far as Coach Prime. So leaving. So heading into your visit, did you, and I know you saw the rumors, but did you have any idea, did you know that it would be his last game other than, of course, the Celebration Bowl?
I didn't know for sure. But like they had told me, like, yeah, like he's going to be leaving. I definitely had a feeling. But I mean, like, you could kind of just feel it in the air. Like, it was like certain times when so much is going on within the media, you know what I'm saying? When a person decides to just not really hit it, like, yeah, like I'm not going, then you kind of know, like, yeah, it's probably true. And so for me, it was like, yeah, he's probably gonna end up going, but it was all right with me. You know what I'm saying? I totally understand people got to step out and grow at some point.
Right. And you talked about Coach Prime's decision didn't affect you at all, and you felt that TC was actually probably a better fit for you anyway. So speak a little bit on that.
Yeah, I mean, we got the chance. Me and my family got the chance to sit down with him and Coach O, and just ask some questions. You know, just ask some questions in the room for like 30 minutes. Just us, just asking questions, them giving us answers, and just to feel like how they are. Like you could really just feel the type of person he is, and we love him. We love him. My sister couldn't stop talking about him. My mom, my aunt couldn't stop talking about him. And so they were also just kind of waiting for the news to drop. So when they dropped that night that Coach Prime was leaving, they was happy. Like they was ecstatic. Like they was rooting for Coach TC to get the job. And then when they did, they kind of was looking at me like they were ready to go. So yeah.
So those conversations took place while you were in town, right? For the visit?
Which conversation?
The conversations that when you said you were talking to them for probably about 30 minutes, Coach TC and Coach O.
Yeah.
That was during the visit?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So that's when the relationship with those guys kind of started?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. All right. So how has it evolved since then? What have the conversations been like with them? Of course, only what you can share.
Yeah, I got you. Just checking up on each other, making sure each other is cool, making sure I got everything, make sure they're good. About 2 days before I had made my announcement, we got on the phone. We was on a Zoom call. It was like I think with me and my family and Coach O, Coach Morton, and Coach TC. And they were just expressing their vision for what they got going on. He was just telling us the possible coaches that he wants to put in line. And then we got to ask more questions and go from there. So I actually had texted Coach TC while we was on the call, like, I'm going to commit. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even tell my family yet, but I had texted him while we was on the call. I was like, yeah, I'm going to come. So it was pretty dope.
Definitely, man. And it seems like you're pretty excited about getting started and headed to Jackson. So you'll be there in January, right? Enrolled in January?
Yes, sir. I'll leave next week. I'll leave next week.
Man. So what are you looking forward to the most?
Just kind of getting a chance to actually meet some people. You know what I'm saying? I got a lot of people in my DM, a lot of people on my feed on Twitter. And so I really just want to get a chance to, put a face to these names and just kind of sit down and talk to people. That's my whole thing, man. Get in touch with the people.
Right. I saw you talking about a meet and greet, possibly trying to get a meet and greet together. Is that something that you want to do? Is that for the players or what's your kind of thought behind that?
No, it's definitely something I want to do. I just want to be able to. I mean, you guys show us so much love over Twitter and social media. So I just want everybody that's coming in on the new guys just get a chance to actually meet some people. You know what I'm saying? Meet the people that's been recruiting them so highly. So that was just it was kind of like a spur of the moment type process. I still got to see if that's actually something we can do as far as the coaching staff goes. I'm just make sure like they're okay. But that's definitely something I want to do.
Right. And it seems like the recruiting class, you guys are starting to make a connection, at least from what we can see on social media. I don't know if a lot of you guys already know each other or just starting to get to know each other or have met, but it seems like you guys are bonding. So what has that process been like getting to know your new teammates already?
It's been fun. You know what I'm saying? I've been in college what is this, my 4th year, really. Though I'm going to only be a sophomore on the field next season. I've been in college a long time, so I have a lot to offer as far as guidance goes and leadership goes. I've been on the losing team. I've been on the winning team. And so just kind of going through that process with them and I look forward to that. You know what I'm saying? Helping them learn, helping them grow, them helping me learn, them helping me grow from a player, a leader, a father, all different aspects. So, yeah, it's been dope.
Good stuff, good stuff. And yeah, you're definitely connecting with the fans, man. They are in love with you, man. I can tell you that right now. That you were probably one of the most highly anticipated signees or commitments that the fans were waiting on. So they would love to have an opportunity to meet with you. And you'll see it. You're already feeling it through social media and the 2 days that you were there. But once you're there full time, man, you'll see how much of a family atmosphere it is and just the love that we show you guys as student athletes. So looking forward to it. So what do you want to say to the fans? I know you have messages for them here and there on Twitter, but now on this platform where they're all watching, what do you want to say to the fans?
Keep coming, keep coming, keep coming, keep coming. You guys hold us accountable at the highest level. You got to make sure that we're on our toes, and we appreciate that for sure. You guys make the vet what it is. You know that without you guys, it would just be a big empty stadium. So back in it, keep bringing it, and we can't wait. We honestly cannot wait to get back in there and really finish this thing off.
No doubt. And man, so coming from the MEAC, this celebration bowl, let's talk about it. Now you're on the other side, man. We just it's hard for us, the SWAC, to get over the hump. We have that one win, but even when we know we have the better team, I'll say it, when we know we have the better team, it still doesn't work out in our favor. So I mean, what do you have to say about that now that you're on the other side? Like, are you going to help change that?
Definitely, that's definitely the plan. Like I said, we just got to finish some things. I think that game these last 2 years for Jackson State has been hard. Just there's certain things that they were battling through the weeks of those games. So hopefully we can make it through. I mean, the first thing is just getting through game 1, game 2, game 3, through, and getting that SWAC championship first. But that's gonna come, and then we're gonna make it there, and we're gonna finish it. I definitely believe that.
Absolutely. This is the year. This is the year. So we're looking forward to it, man. A huge season ahead, huge spring ahead, man. I can't wait for you guys to get started. I know if you've been sitting out of football, if you missed football all last season, I know you can't wait just to get the pads on and hit somebody, right? So when I ask you, what are you looking forward to the most? You have to be looking forward to that too.
Definitely, most definitely. I can't wait. It's been a while. I'm still hitting the field, still hitting the weights and everything like that. But being able to truly play football is something I miss.
No doubt, no doubt. And last but not least, for the fans who are not following you on social media, go ahead and let them know how they can find you.
You got on Instagram it's at sai.less, and then on Twitter it's my full name. He says Guthrie.
All right. All right. Well, again, man, congratulations. We thank you for choosing Jackson State University. You won't regret it. You're going to have the time of your life. And one thing about, and you've obviously been at an HBCU, so you know that it's family for life. It's not a 2-year thing. It's not a 4-year thing. This is something, we'll be tied together forever. You'll be coming back to homecomings and just tied in with the school and the fan base for the rest of your life. So we're definitely happy to have you a part of the family. So congratulations, man. And let's go be great.
Let's do it, man. Appreciate you guys.
All right. No doubt, man. Take care.
You too, boss.